Today on Shakedown, we get ready for the Silverstone F1 race, build our own list of historical race cars with groundbreaking technology, riffing off last weekend's Goodwood Festival of Speed Racing Revolutions theme. And our new sponsor, Royal Purple, gets their own special segment, the Royal Purple Different is Best Racer of the Week. Because Royal Purple is different from other lubricants, and some racers are, you'll see. This weekend, JF, Ian, and I are going to Lime Rock, Connecticut to visit the American Le Mans Series. You know, the US guys that claim their spirit from European road racing? On an old school road course carved into the hills of the countryside. You know, this is starting to sound a lot like our last road trip to the Nurburgring 24. And the comparisons are eerie. 31 Lime Rock cars versus 200. 4 classes versus 22. 8 car brands versus 27. No spec racing versus 16 spec ALMS cars, over half the entries. And I'm counting the 3 LMPs, the only 3 LMPs. I'm counting them as spec because, hey, they're all Lolas. 9 Lime Rock turns, if I count the chicane as 3, versus, holy shit, 9 must be the number of turns in the first quarter mile of the Nordschleife. 15.1 miles in Germany, 1.5 miles in Connecticut. 8-minute 30-second laps versus under a minute laps at Lime Rock. A 47-second dash for the LMPs. 1927 was the first Nordschleife race versus 1957, a long time ago by American standards, when in fairness, 152 cars showed up for the first Lime Rock race. And just like the Nürburgring, fans camp out around the Lime Rock track. In Germany, some guy showed us the pig he killed and was roasting trackside. At Lime Rock, some guy showed me the receipt from the gourmet market that packed and dropped off his lobster salad picnic basket. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit.
Next generation of performance is here. Royal Purple's new high-performance street motor oil, HPS. Fortified with zinc phosphorus anti-wear protection, HPS exceeds the demands of high-performance and modified engines. Magnified, HPS improves metal surfaces for longer engine life. HPS's high film strength frees up more power, reduces heat and wear, plus provides greater protection. The next generation of performance is here with HPS from Royal Purple, the performance oil that outperforms.
First, I'm collecting all your suggestions on the ideal schedule of races that we all must attend from last week's Shakedown show, and I'll post the list on FLD's forum and on my Facebook page. Soon, I promise. This weekend. Stop nagging. Second, I got it wrong. I thought last F1 race was the first race with the new exhaust diffuser restrictions. Turns out it's this race, Silverstone. So now we'll see Red Bull fail and all the other teams catch up? Yeah, right. Right after I grow. All the teams are professing new confidence, except Red Bull, because they say their car was designed around the blown exhaust principle and has the most to lose. McLaren thinks Ferrari has the most to gain. Renault's talking smug, and Weber's talking smack. So what else is new? V6 engines for 2014 versus the 4s that were planned for 2013, but still all turbo, still with the energy regeneration technology. But Bernie still wants to sue for fear that they won't sound like F1 and his big bucks will drop. Williams shifts to Renault power to try to become one of the heavy hitters again, like their old days. Caterham puts its brand on the Green Lotus. Virgin Marusa puts a check in the hands of McLaren for engineering support, and some Spanish money guys put some money into HRT just to make it to the next races. But all that news is way too behind the scenes stuff, right? It's the track action we want and can't show you, thanks to those user right issues we always have to fight. So let's do the next best thing and ask you guys who you think is set up to shine in what is really the home GP for much of the F1 industry. Now the cars are practiced by the time of this show, so you have a head start in predicting. Last year Weber won. Hamilton was P2 after banging Vettel, and Rosberg was P3 in his Mercedes. You know, it's hard to bet against the Red Bull. McLaren will be tough, and Braun is the type of guy to capitalize on new rules. So who do you think will make the difference for a Silverstone win in 2011? You see what I did there? I used the word difference, setting up for the Royal Purple Different is Best Racer of the Week segment. Thought of this as a great way to tell you Royal Purple high-performance synthetic lubricants are engineered to be different from their competition and to be a difference maker in the performance of your auto, bike, boat, and racing powertrain. Royal Purple is different because it's got electrolytes. No, wait, That's Brondo, the Thirst Mutilator, next week's sponsor. Royal Purple has Cinerlec, RP's proprietary additive that creates an ionic bond to metal, delivering high film strength protection for startups and overall performance. Because it makes the damn metal so damn smooth. So go to their website for more, and thanks Royal Purple for your support. So every week, until the Royal Purple checks stop coming in, we'll pick the different is best racer of the week. And who's the first winner? Well, in a WTF moment, after all the exotic F1, Indy cars, and Le Mans cars went up the hill at Goodwood, who set the fastest time? Rally ace Jonny Milner and his 8 million horsepower, turbocharged, supercharged, nitrous-boosted, Brondo-injected, four-wheel drive, built in his garage, 1990s Toyota Celica. So there you go. 48.07 seconds later, your first Royal Purple different is best racer of the week. Staying with Goodwood, their 2011 theme was game-changing racing technology. So various aero lodi, the turbine Indy car, the vacuum cleaner Chaparral, the mid-engine auto unions were all there, and more, like the Williams FW15C, the most computer-controlled race car maybe ever. But I want to know which cars you think reset the bar for racing car technology. I'll kickstart the list with a couple of mine. The McLaren MP4-1, the first all-carbon chassis, the Porsche 917 Can-Am turbos, the Ferrari 640, the first paddle shift race car. Okay, enough from me. I want your nominations for race cars that created real technical advances. And no Fishman 1987, I'm not having you do my work. I'm sharing the experience. Here, let me show you how it works. JF, it may sound like I'm asking you to do the work for me, but wouldn't you like to share some high-tech car prawn with the viewers that you like? Before I get too crazy with this Nurburgring is king, Lime Rock sucks, I must tell you, this little Connecticut track is a blast to race, and the downhill turn is a mega intense experience. Maybe JF and Ian can catch it on camera when they shoot up the place.
Ow, we're living in